Imagine your testosterone as a roaring engine in your body's high-performance car, revving for energy, drive, and muscle power. But right now, it's choked by visceral fat like a greasy rag stuffed in the exhaust, that deep belly sludge hugging your organs and turning your T into estrogen via overactive aromatase enzymes. Studies reveal obese men often plummet below 300 nanograms per deciliter, sparking a hormone heist. In those first desperate hours of skipped snacks or a sweat session, you feel the stall, brain fog, vanishing spark. Days drag into weeks, inflammation erupts like engine knock, insulin resistance slams the brakes, and low T fuels endless fatigue, lost libido, mounting fat, a breakdown waiting to happen. What if that fat finally unclogs the pipes? Could your engine thunder back to life? When you ditch the bad habits, sugary drinks, endless sitting, your hormones fight back. Imagine that engine clearing in the first days. Subtle energy sparks, fewer crashes. What unfolds next? Stick around as we break it down step by step, from early wins to full throttle recovery. Let's kick things off with the baseline, before that greasy rag of visceral fat even thinks about loosening its chokehold on your testosterone engine. Picture your body as this high-octane sports car, but right now, the exhaust is jammed with sludge from all that deep belly fat, turning your roaring T into a whimpering sputter. Scientifically, high visceral fat ramps up aromatase activity in those adipocytes, converting testosterone to estrogen like a sneaky mechanic swapping premium fuel for watered-down junk. It also stirs up inflammation via cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, while insulin resistance clamps down on your HPG axis, slashing luteinizing hormone and leaving your testes idling. A cross-sectional study from NHANES on over 1,500 U.S. men nailed this. For every unit increase in visceral adiposity index, testosterone drops by about 12 nanograms per deciliter, with obese guys hitting deficiency risks 5 times higher. In real life, you feel it as that constant drag, brain fog rolling in like morning traffic, libido stalling out mid-drive, muscles softening like deflated tires, and fat piling on around your gut, making every shirt feel like it's shrinking. Short term, it's a sneaky thief robbing your daily pep. Long term, it revs up risks for heart disease, diabetes, and that endless cycle of more fat, less T. But ditching the junk food and hitting the pavement? That's your first gear shift toward freedom. The value here, recognizing this mess, is the pit stop that gets your engine purring again. Why wait when change starts now? Zooming into the first week, as visceral fat begins to budge from that initial calorie cut or sweat session, your testosterone engine starts coughing out some of that grime. Mechanically, lipolysis kicks in, shrinking those fat cells and dialing back aromatase, so less T gets hijacked into estrogen. Insulin sensitivity perks up quick, since visceral fat is super responsive to energy tweaks, easing the squeeze on SHBG and letting more total testosterone circulate. A 56-week trial on obese men with low T, published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, showed early fat loss of 2 to 3 kilograms correlating with modest T upticks right in those opening weeks. You might not feel like a race car yet. Symptoms could linger with subtle fatigue or that nagging afternoon dip. But suddenly, your energy doesn't crash as hard after meals, and those random cravings feel less like a hijacking. It's like your body's dashboard lights flickering from red to yellow. Short-term wins, predictable moods, and sharper focus to power through workouts. Long haul. This sets up a foundation for sustained fat burn, slashing metabolic risks. Ditch the soda and lace up those sneakers. Your engine's warming up. The value. That quick spark proves small habits crank big revs, motivating you to floor it. By weeks 2 to 4, the changes accelerate as visceral fat shrinks noticeably, unclogging more of that exhaust and letting your testosterone engine hum smoother. Here's the science. Continued fat loss curbs those inflammatory cytokines and hyperleptinemia, restoring pulsatility to your HPG axis. Think LH and FSH signals firing clearer, boosting testicular output while aromatase drops, normalizing estrogen. Free T starts edging up as the environment detoxes. A meta-analysis in the European Journal of Endocrinology by Corona et al. Crunched data from multiple trials. Low-calorie diets boosted total T by about 83 nanograms per deciliter in this phase, with estradiol dipping and gonadotropins rising, a clear sign of axis recovery. In everyday terms, that belly pressure eases like loosening a too-tight belt. Energy stabilizes without the wild swings, and libido might tease a comeback. Nothing explosive, but enough to make mornings less of a grind. No more feeling like your car's stuck in mud. Workouts feel doable, moods less reactive. Short term, fewer crashes mean better sleep and productivity. Long term, it snowballs into easier fat loss and muscle hold. Swap late-night scrolls for early walks. Your body's thanking you already. The value. This phase turns doubt into drive, showing consistency unclogs the pipes for real momentum. Hitting weeks 4 to 12, your testosterone surge really revs as visceral fat loss hits 10 to 15%, transforming that clogged engine into a smoother ride. Mechanically, deeper shifts happen. Visceral depots shrink big time, further slashing aromatase and inflammation, while improved mitochondrial function in muscles amps fat oxidation. Testosterone's anabolic effects kick in, with beta-adrenergic receptors enhancing lipolysis. Free T climbs 50 to 100 nanograms per deciliter, SHBG rises, and insulin resistance fades. A curious review synthesizing over 20 studies highlighted this. Bariatric patients saw 200 to 300 nanograms per deciliter boosts by month 3, with visceral fat drops mediating 60 to 70% via lowered estradiol. Real-world feels. Belts loosen, strength surges in the gym like your car's finally hitting highway speeds, libido roars back with better endurance in bed, and that gut doesn't bulge as much when you sit. Foggy days? Rare now. Focus sharpens, confidence builds. Short term. Muscle retention during cuts means outfits fit better fast. Long term. Lower disease risks like diabetes, odds dropping 58% per diabetes prevention program vibes. Lift weights twice weekly, cut the second dinners, watch the transformation unfold. The value. Momentum here fuels lifelong habits, proving your engine's built for speed. From months 3 to 6, stabilization sets in as visceral fat stabilizes low, letting your testosterone engine cruise at peak, often normalizing to 400 to 600 nanograms per deciliter. Biologically, the HPG axis fully recovers, adipokine interference minimal, muscles anabolic boosted for higher metabolic rate, preventing rebound fat, inflammation's muted, estrogen balanced. A BMC medicine randomized trial on obese men with hypocaloric diets plus T therapy showed, by study end, fat mass dropped 2.9 kilograms more, visceral fat 2,678 square millimeters less, with lean mass regained 3.4 kilograms versus controls. You experience it as effortless energy, like your car's purring on autopilot, deeper sleep, soreness vanishing quick, mood steady as a straightaway, and fat melting without starvation. Libido's reliable. Strength PRS, keep coming. Short term, freedom from constant tweaks, making habits stick. Long term, slashed CVD and metabolic syndrome risks, plus better sperm quality if relevant. Protect sleep like premium fuel. Your body's optimized now. The value. This equilibrium turns health into a joyride, rewarding patience with unbreakable drive. Beyond 6 months and into the long haul, as you maintain that visceral fat drop, your testosterone engine hits sustained high gear, plateauing strong while warding off age's slowdowns. Mechanisms lock in. Reduced resistin and ongoing muscle gains boost basal metabolism. HPG axis resilient against slip-ups. Visceral fats pro-inflammatory grip gone for good. A Nature study on long-term injectable tea in hypogonatal men tracked 11 years. Weight loss sustained, waist circumference trimmed, with tea improvements preventing muscle loss, lean mass up 3 to 4 kilograms, visceral down 10 to 15%. In life, it's that effortless vitality, waking revved, workouts addictive, libido like your 20s, gut staying trim without obsession. Fatigue? Ancient history, confidence soars, relationships spark. Short term, easy adherence since results scream, keep going. Long term, normalize T-cuts deficiency risks, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, your engine's tuned for decades. Walk daily, strength train, sustain the win. The value. This isn't a quick fix. It's the ultimate upgrade, turning your body into a legend on the road. So, rev up that testosterone engine today, ditch the junk, hit the weights, and watch your body transform from stalled to unstoppable. I hope these insights bring real value to your health journey. If this video hit the spot, smash that like button below, subscribe to spread the word, and let's help more folks protect their vitality. Your move could change lives. Catch you in the fast lane.